I never thought of myself as the vengeful type. But life has a funny way of showing you sides of yourself you did not even know existed. This story begins with heartbreak but ends in sweet, calculated revenge. It all started when I was in my early 30s, fresh out of a miserable, abusive marriage. I was vulnerable, maybe even desperate for something good. That is when he entered the picture, a guy from my past. He messaged me out of the blue, claiming we went to the same school. He remembered me, though I had no clue who he was. But when I saw him, it did not matter. He was gorgeous. Tall, muscular, tattooed, the kind of guy who could make you forget all the pain you have ever known. And he was interested in me. It felt too good to be true. We hit it off fast, despite the long distance. Within weeks, he packed his bags and moved across the country to be with me. In hindsight, it was reckless. But at the time, it felt like the universe was giving me the love story I had been denied. I thought I had finally won. A few months passed, and we were settling into our new place. That is when we met Bea and Rob, the neighbors 2 doors down. Bea, with her warm smile and easy laugh, became my best friend. Rob was a good guy, too, and soon the 4 of us were inseparable. Bea and I shared everything. We would cook dinner together, hang out, laugh until our sides hurt. I even stood at her wedding, crying tears of joy as she married Rob. I did not know I was watching a woman marry one man while sleeping with mine. One night, the illusion shattered. I was sitting on the couch, minding my own business, when I heard the loudest banging on the door, followed by someone screaming. My heart stopped, and I looked at my boyfriend. His face turned white as a sheet, and all he said was, "Do not open the door." That is when Rob burst in, fists flying, punching my boyfriend in the face and screaming, "How long have you been screwing my wife?" Time froze. I felt like I had just been hit by a truck. My best friend, the one I trusted with my life, had been sleeping with my boyfriend. The betrayal was a knife to the gut. I looked at my boyfriend. He did not even try to deny it. And Bea, she stood there, staring at me, shameless. I saw red. She tried to step into my house, tried to talk her way out of it. But I warned her if she stepped 1 foot inside, I would make her regret it. The bold little snake actually did. So I swung. My fist connected with her face, and for the first time in my life, I felt what real anger tasted like. It was raw, burning, and all-consuming. The neighbors came out, the cops were called. Bea tried to press charges, but it did not stick. Not that it mattered. The damage was done. My relationship was over, my friendship was dead, and I was left to pick up the pieces of what I thought was my life. But that was not the end. No, that is when the real story began. My boyfriend always guarded his phone like a hawk, which got me thinking, if he was capable of lying about Bea, what else was he hiding? With a bit of digging, I found his password, same as our Wi-Fi. What an idiot. What I uncovered next turned my heartbreak into fury. He was not just cheating with Bea. He had over 40 women on the hook. 40. He was playing single moms, gym rats, even shooting his shot with an 18-year-old girl. Some of these women thought they were in serious relationships with him. He had told several that he loved them and even hinted at marriage. All of us were tangled in his web of lies. That is when I decided to burn it all to the ground. I gathered screenshots, messages, everything. I crafted the perfect revenge. I sent messages to each of those 40 women, exposing him for the manipulative, cheating scumbag he was. I included pictures, dates, and receipts. I did not leave a single stone unturned. The responses started pouring in. Heartbreak. Shock. Anger. It was almost comical how none of these women had any idea about each other. We had all been played. And oh, how the tables turned. Word spread, and soon enough, my ex was getting bombarded with angry texts and calls. Some of the women even became friends with me. We laughed about how stupid we had been. But more than anything, we took solace in the fact that we had him cornered. A few hours after I sent out the messages, my ex texted me in a panic, "What the hell did you do?" All I replied was, "Karma sa bitch." He had to change his number after that. The threats from angry women kept piling up, and his entire world came crashing down. It was glorious to watch. I did not even have to lift a finger, his lies did all the work for me. Years have passed, but every now and then, he still tries to reach out, claiming I am the one that got away. It is laughable. He does not realize I was not the one that got away. He was the one who got left behind, in the rubble of his own deceit. And I walked away with my head held high, knowing I had gotten the ultimate revenge.